ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਜੀ. So another morning with the blessings of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Hukumnama from Shri Darbar Sahib, Shri Amritsar Sahib Ji. Maharaj's Kripa. Let's learn what are today's words of wisdom. What are Maharaj is trying to make us understand by this Pavitra Hukumnama, Gurbani de Shabad. In today's Hukumnama Sasangat Ji, Guru Maharaj is clearly explaining at what karam or what deeds are the uttam, are the good one, or what deeds we should be doing, and what are the highest of all the actions. So Maharaj will explain almost all the possible actions in the world of spirituality, and then they will tell us that which are the highest actions or which are the lowest actions, and which we should be doing, which we should not be doing in the world of spirituality. So आओ अगले कुछ समय वास्ते महाराज दी गुरबाणी नाल जुड़िए. सोरठ महला पंजवा घर दूजा अष्टपदिया एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद. In the Sorath Raag, Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj are blessing us. In the second house, Ashtpadiyan wale shabad honge, meaning that every shabad will be having 8 panktiyan, 8 pade in them, which make the length of the shabad bit long. Ik Oankar, one universal Maharaj, creator, God, can be obtained by the grace of the Guru. Satguru Prasad. पाठ पढ़ियो अर वेद विचारियो निवल पोयंगम साधे. Shabad is getting started with the ways people are worshipping Maharaj, ways people worshipping the God. Some people read scriptures, some people contemplate on the Vedas, the Hindu ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਵੇਦ ਵਿਚਾਰਿਓ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. And they practice the cleansing techniques, inner cleansing techniques of yoga, controlling the breath. We have seen yoga is getting very popular in India and abroad, thinking that that's the only way to connect Maharaj. And this is the reason why Maharaj is mentioned this. Some people do this, some people do that. And Maharaj will keep explaining various ways how people are trying to connect to Maharaj. But at the end, Maharaj will then tell us that which of these actions are high, which of these actions are needed, which of these actions are actually fruitful in connecting with Maharaj or not. So Maharaj is starting with reading the scriptures. Paath padhiyo, kai loki paath padhi jande hai. ਵੇਦ ਵਿਚਾਰਿਓ, ਕਈ ਲੋਕੀ ਵੇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਵੇਦਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਚਾਰਦੇ ਆ. they try and understand meaning of the Ved, and so on. ਪੰਚ ਜਨਾਸਿਓ ਸੰਗ ਨਾ ਛੁਟਕਿਓ ਅਦਿਕ ਅਹੰ ਬੁੱਧ ਬਾਧੇ. Maharaj is saying that even if you're reading the scriptures, even if you're doing all the yoga and controlling the breath and all of the things, even then the 5 chore, the panch vices, they're not getting away. They're not going away from the body. They're not going away from the mind. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, they are not getting rid. In fact, we are becoming more egoistic. And ego is basically bounding. The bound of the ego is increasing. Aham buddha badde. Ego is actually bounding us more and more. Because when we become rich, when we become more knowledgeable, when we become more powerful, ego just trap us. So, प्यारे इन बिध मिलन ना जाई मैं किए कर्म अनेका. Maharaj is saying that by doing these things, God is not going to come and meet us. We're not going to meet Lord if we keep doing these ways. And Maharaj is saying that I've already performed these rituals so many times. Just trying to explain us. Ki Maharaj already done all these things. But they were not fruitful. Har paryo Swami ke dware, dijay buddh viveka. And after doing all these things, I've exhausted all my options. And then I collapsed at the door of the Maharaj. Har paryo Swami ke dware. And I failed from all the directions after doing all these things. And then I came to the door of Maharaj, Akal Purakh Vaheguru, Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Rahao. Maharaj keep saying, keep mentioning other ways also. So this is the Rahao di Pankti. Keep this Pankti in the mind that whatever things upcoming in the Hukumnama, they're all referring to those things which Maharaj already done and failed. Mon payo karpati rahyo nagan firyo ban mahi. Some people do the mon taran. Mon taran means they don't talk to anyone. They just remain silent. If they have to talk to anyone, they use some kind of mechanism by writing it down and making it explain to the people, but they don't talk from the mouth. But their brain is talking. Their mind is talking, and that's why they're writing things on the slate, on the piece of paper. Yes, it does affect that it brings your thoughts down because you're remaining silent. So many times you just don't say anything, you just don't think about responding to anyone because you are in a silent mode. So ਮੌਨ ਤਰਿਓ, ਕਈ ਲੋਕੀ ਮੌਨ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ. ਮੌਨ ਪਇਓ ਕਰਪਾਤੀ ਰਹਿਓ. ਕਰਪਾਤੀ ਦਾ ਮੀਨਿੰਗ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਸੰਗ ਜੀ hands. Some people use hands as begging bowls and wander naked in the forest. Some people you mangi jande ya, kai loki apne just remove all the clothes and just wander in the forest, making making feel themselves as natural as possible by living in the forests. तट तीरथ सब धरती भ्रम्यो दुबिधा छुटकै नाही. Some people make pilgrimages at the river banks, sacred shrines all over the world, anywhere possible they can go. But the duality won't leave them. Duality won't leave the mind. Duality of that, who is me, who are you? Me, you, the duality. I am the one, you are the one, the duality. मन कामना तीरथ जाए बस्यो सिर करवत तराए. Mind is full of desires. Mind may lead him to go and dwell at the sacred places of pilgrimage. Mind may tell us, go this way, go that way, go this place, go that way. And he go and offer his head also to be sawn off. But this will not cause the filth of the mind to depart. ਜਿਹਦਾ ਮਨ ਦਾ ਮੈਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਉਂਦਾ ਆ. ਮਨ ਕੀ ਮੈਲ ਨਾ ਉਤਰੈ ਇਹ ਬਿਦ ਜੇ ਲੱਖ ਜਤਨ ਕਰਾਏ. You do millions of things, thousands of efforts, but the filth of the mind, that doesn't go away, that doesn't depart the mind. Because actually it is not impacting the mind, it is just impacting the body. All the things which Maharaj is saying so far and in the shabad, that is more of a bodily affair. We're going somewhere, we're doing hard work, we're traveling a lot, we're doing matha take and all those things. It's all body related thing. Kanik kamni havar gavar boho bid daan da tara. Some people give many gifts, all the sorts of gold, women. ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਜ਼ਮਾਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਘੋੜੇ ਹਾਥੀ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ. ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਲੋਕੀ. ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਦਾਨ ਕਰਤੀ, ਮੰਦਿਰ ਨੂੰ ਦਾਨ ਕਰਤੀ, and so on. He may make someone may make offer, we may make offer so many clothing and land, whatever we got in abundance, we just try and give it. An bastra poom boh arpe neh miliye har duara. But even after offering all these things, this will not lead us to Maharaji's door. We are not getting Maharaji's door. We are not getting Maharaji's actual Gyan, which is Brahma Gyan. We are not getting the Gyan, the Vastu, which is the most important thing in the journey of spirituality. And if that would have been the case, then all the richest of rich, I mean, all those Jeff Bezos and other Elon Musk and so on, they must be a kind of a spiritual person by now and sitting in somewhere doing spiritual prachar, because they've got loads of monies and they can gift anything to anyone. But that's not the case. Puja, Archa, Chand, Bandhan, Dandot, Khat Karma, Rat Rehta. Maharaj saying ki someone might be remain devoted to worship, adoration, bowing his forehead to the floor so many times, practicing all the 6 religious rituals, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ religiously rituals ਹੈਗੇ in different religions. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ we go to ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ, we do ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕ, and some people do parikrama, some people do ਦੇਗ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਵਾਪਿਸ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ and so on. ਤੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਡੀਲੀ ਅਫੇਅਰ ਹੈਗਾ, ਪਰ ਜੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਲੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ, ਉਹ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਛੱਡਣ ਜਾਣਾ, ਛੇਤੀ ਕਰੋ, ਉਹ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ, ਦੂਸਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੂੰ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਣੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਫੋਨ ਬੋਲ ਪਿਆ ਆ. ਸੋ ਆਈ ਮੀਨ we 100% we are not there. Our body might be there, but our mind, our man is not in the charan of Maharaj. So after doing all these things, we are not still there. How karat bandhan meh parya neh miliye eh jugta मैं mera ye mera o, all the time indulging in the egotism and pride, and falls into the fake entanglements. But that doesn't help us meeting Maharaj. Very clearly Maharaj are mentioning all those things which we feel may help, but actually not. Jog Siddh Asan Chaurasi AP Kar Rahya. There are 84 ways of doing yoga. There are 84 kind of postures of yoga. And by doing that, some people acquire supernatural powers of siddhi. Kaiyan nu siddhiyan ho jandiyan. And but what happened afterwards? Once you acquire all the supernatural powers, someone just get tired. People just get tired of practicing them because they can't move forward. There is nothing else after that, the power. So for example, someone bought Porsche or something, that's it. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੀ Porsche ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਗਲੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੀ? The mind not stop getting after Porsche, might think something else, might think after Porsche, the next step, I don't know, maybe Rolls-Royce, maybe something else, maybe Bugatti or something. The mind doesn't stop. So supernatural powers, yoga, yes, they are good ways of keeping our body in control or in power, but it is not helping us to become one with Maharaj. Jog Siddh Asan Chaurasi AP Kar Rahya ਵੱਡੀ ਆਰਜਾ ਫਿਰ ਜਨਮੈ ਹਰ ਸਿਓ ਸੰਗ ਨ ਗਹਿਆ. Some people make their life so bigger because they control their breath, they control their swas. So they live very, very long life, 150 years, 200 years, and so on. But what? It is not helping us to break the chain of 84 lakh juni. We again gonna come back, we again gonna start the whole journey again, and so on. It is not helping us to become one with Maharaj. It is not helping us to meet Maharaj. Raj Leela Rajan ki rachna karya hukam afara. Someone may be enjoying all the princely pleasures, all the regal pomp and ceremonies, and all the regal royalness and royalty around themselves, and they may give commands which can't be challenged, and so on, because they got the power. They may lie on the beautiful beds with many wives and so on, perfumed and sandalwood oil and flower petals and so on. But this will all take him away from Maharaj. This will all lead to the gates of the most horrible hell and nothing else. So this is not going to help. These things are not going to help anyone. Raj Leela, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਾਜਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਲੀਲਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. ਸੇਜ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਚੰਦਨ ਚੋਆ ਨਰਕ ਘੋਰ ਕਾ ਦੁਆਰਾ, ਤੋ ਉਹ ਨਰਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਹੌਰੀਬਲ hell, the gates of the horrible hell mainly. We feel, oh wow, we're living a very posh, very comfortable life, but actually we are indulging in something which is taking us away from Maharaj. And that's happened. This is reality, Satsangat ji. When we become a bit more rich, when we become a bit more kind of powerful, we start lessening our time towards Maharaj. ਜੇ ਸਾਡਾ 2.5 ਘੰਟੇ ਦਾ ਚੌਂਕਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ 2 ਘੰਟੇ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, 1.5 ਘੰਟਾ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਘੰਟਾ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦਾ, and so on. So ultimately we are not spending more time in the remembrance of Maharaj, in the meditation of Maharaj. So after explaining all these things, Maharaj is saying, so if these things are not taking us towards Maharaj, then what takes us towards Maharaj? Please help us, please guide us. Maharaj says, Har Kirat Sad Sangat hai, Sir Karman Kੈ Karma. Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੈ, the sangat, the company of the holy, the company of the saintly souls, and in the company when we do the praises of Maharaj, when we do kirtan, when we do path, when we do seva, ਉਹ ਹੈ ਸਿਰ ਕਰਮਨ ਕੈ karma. That is the highest of all the actions. So all the above actions are not highest. They are actions, they may be good, they may be bad, but they are not highest. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਕਰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ। ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਤਿਸ ਭਇਓ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ, ਜਿਸ ਪੁਰਬ ਲਿਖੇ ਕਾ ਲਹਿਣਾ। However, you only get sadh sangat, only get company of saints, only get saintly souls darshan and sangat who has got this predestined, they receive it. Let's not think, I can do this and I can get it. I can buy this by the monies. No, we can't buy this by monies. We can't buy this by gifting good gifts. We can only get the sangat if this is written in our karam. Tero sevak eh rang mata. And now Maharaj is saying about himself ki your slave, your sevak has got engrossed in this rang, in this color of Naam, Maharaj, love of yours. Payo kripal deen dukh panjan, har har kirtan eho man rata rahao duja. And Maharaj saying ki you become merciful, Maharaj. You are the destroyer of the pains. You are the destroyer of all the dukh, of all the kalesh of the poor people. And my mind is imbued in the praises of yours, Maharaj, no one else. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just spending my whole time in praising you, Parmeshwar Akal Purਖ Vaheguru. मैं सिर्फ थोड़ी ही सिफत सलाह ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਬਿਤਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ, ਬਿਤਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹਾਂ. So imagine, Satsangat ji, we may end up spending all our life doing the things which are not taking us towards Maharaj, but actually taking us away from Maharaj. ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਲਗਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ, ਸੰਤਾਂ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ, ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਠਦੇ, ਪਾਠ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੋੜਦੇ, ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਵਰ ਦੇ ਗੁਣਾਂ ਦਾ ਗਾਇਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ। ਗੁਣ ਕੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ? ਨਿਰਭਉ, ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਵਰ ਭਉ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਹੈ। ਨਿਰਵੈਰ, ਉਹ ਵੈਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਹੈ। ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ, ਉਹਦੀ ਮੂਰਤ ਕਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ। ਇਹ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਵਰ ਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਨੇ। And this becomes a part of the Mool Mantar. So if we keep doing Mool Mantar, we are praising Maharaj. And that is what Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is saying, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj saying in the Hukumnama. That all we have to do is to do the praises of Maharaj in any way, shape, form. That is when we are actually connecting our soul with Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, with Shabad Guru. This is the highest of all the actions. And rest of the actions are not high enough, which can take us to Maharaj, which can connect us to the God. So, inni ko bentiyan parwan karni hai Saad Sangat ji. If any mistakes happen or did, please forgive me. And we'll do your darshan tomorrow morning with the kripa of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, with another Hukumnama from Sri Darbar Sahib, Sri Amritsar Sahib. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.